Casaval Imperium started when Mr. Fish and Sunday, both being good and old players in the turbulent seas, made a faction for fun. They had zero leadership, zero experience. They just wanted to have some fun. Their faction was known to almost no one. After 2.5 months of inactivity in the faction, the reason being Mr. Fish having school and Sunday being Sunday, they revived it about a month. In the process, Sunday unofficially became the leader of Casaval Imperium, which later became a big mistake. Issues arise from their faction. As superior, one of the trusted Casaval members being promoted to the high ranks, both Mr. Fish and him wanted to do stuff from the server. The problem is, Sunday didn't want them to. Arrogant, bossy, laziness. He would turn down every idea that they had, cleaning up the server, implementing new things to improve the faction. All of it turned down by Sunday. He believed that the server didn't need it. After 1 week and a half, Mr. Fish left the server for many reasons, mostly because of Sunday. Superior also wanted to leave as well. He would join IFM, one of the biggest faction comparable to TRN. Mr. Fish was later told that a potential coup was being made, a coup to Sunday. With the lack of game politics that he learned from IFM, he would then rejoin Casaval. This operation is to make Sunday resign his position as leader. This is the very first move that will eventually lead to everything else. Sunday will be given an ultimatum in the following days once the operation gained a sufficient amount of support. The ultimatum will contain our standing, that we view Sunday as a leader not ideal of Casaval, and that he should stand down from his position as faction owner and as Casaval's leader. This ultimatum is a more friendly and peaceful approach into solving the conflict. It is also the step which both Mr. Fish and Superior hope would work to avoid further escalation. If demands were not met, Step 2 will commence. This is a step towards escalation. Mr. Fish, Superior, and the many others who hated Sunday being the leader will take their stand into the main Casaval chat, where everyone will most likely see, or more specifically, where Sunday will see. This step aims to demonstrate to Sunday that many of the Casaval's members are against his leadership. The final part of the plan, if all things failed, the members against Sunday will resort to civil war, splitting Casaval into two. The members who hate Sunday versus the members who still see Sunday as a leader. Fortunately, there were more members that hated Sunday, so if this step commenced, this is a guaranteed win. The operation kinda worked. Sunday, having owner of the server, deleted the Casaval server. Mr. Fish, who kinda expected it, made another server, another Casaval server, another era. Mr. Fish was now the emperor of Casaval, Superior being the supreme warlord. It was now beginning of a new empire, a small, rebuilt empire. The progression was slow, but they were very active. At least 3 to 6 events every week. Also helping Western Isle Treaty Organization's Grand Rally, with the help from a man named Arts Liev, aka Arts. Casaval's uniform has been produced, and it was drippy. Unfortunately, Arts had to retire from some unknown reason. He was a high-ranking officer. There was an election. One of the candidates, Leo, who will soon become one of the leaders of Casaval, got accepted as the replacement of Arts. With the amazing advertisement because of Rigel, one of the Casaval members, Casaval has now risen to power to the point that they can be on par with TRN. Both factions eventually fought until TRN was victorious. However, it was still impressive considering that Casaval only lost due to the lack of supplies. Them being able to survive longer than most to the most powerful faction in TTS means they are very powerful than most factions. They are powerful enough to wage war on 3 different factions: the Mighty Marauders, which is TRN's rival, the Bio-Confederation, and the Crimson Corsairs. They also won against TMM with the help of some TRN members. However, even if a faction is strong, there will always be drama, whether it is big or small. Racist, rude, hypocrite. Chisato, a divisional rear commander, has been kicked out of the server due to him rude to everybody, abuses moderator perms, frequently using racial and discriminative swears, having a superiority complex that anyone speaking up against him was immediately a foe. Both Mr. Fish and Superior had enough of him, which led Mr. Fish leaving and Superior retiring. Chisato was eventually banned from the server. However, Chisato wasn't your normal officer. He had loyalists, his own members. At least 3 to 5 Casaval members left with him. You may think that 3 to 5 members isn't even a large number. However, those members are one of the best members of Casaval. Chisato was a good officer as well, but keeping him will make the faction worse, so they had to sacrifice manpower to maintain the faction. Casaval lost 1/4 of their manpower. 1 week later, K, one of the oldest commanders, has resigned. The reasons were unknown. October 10, also 1 week later after K resigned, Leo has also retired and resigned from his position. A member named Monkey was his replacement. The very wall of the great empire is cracking. Clay, a close friend to Mr. Fish, has been crowned as the new emperor of Casaval. At the same time, Chesapeake Revolutionary Guard had declared war from Casaval. The battle commences. Due to a Roblox problem, only 5 members including me from Casaval can join. Due to a rule, the enemy were forced to lower their numbers as same as Casaval's. After a whole 2.5 hours of battling, Casaval sank. Within a month, Casaval lost 2 commanders, 1 officer, 3 to 5 experienced members, and an official battle. Clay ordered Casaval to focus on recruitment to counter the situation. After some time, once again, drama happens. Clay punished Rigel, the advertisement maker, because of sending too much images, which is for the advertisement for Casaval. Everyone got mad. Of course, rules are rules. However, you don't have to be too strict, especially if the rules that were broken was only minor and can be prevented and warned. An argument erupted. Both sides were in the wrong. They insulted Clay. Fortunately, I demanded a lockdown and eventually it all calmed down. However, relationships between members and commanders are slowly worsening. Clay decided to make minor rules too strict. He was being bossy. Too bossy. I worried that history was going to repeat itself. 3 weeks later, suddenly, Chisato arrived. He and Clay had a drama in the past. Clay couldn't face him again. He couldn't face banning Chisato once more. He left the server. As expected, an argument erupted. Chisato's loyalist, Sky, argued with Superior. I do not know the details, but it brought Casaval in an all-time low. It was almost over for Casaval. A new era begins. However, this time, it's the last era. Leo having forced to come back to Casaval due to no commanders having the potential being leader, he himself became the leader. However, his activity to TTS is close to none. Xiao, a new commander, made new divisions. This attempt is deemed useless since there weren't enough active members in Casaval to split up anyway. This is further proven right since all members in or out of division can join at the same sessions and events anyway. Motivation, activity, victory. These three simple things can keep a faction going. Casaval had none of it. No motivation to play TTS, meaning no activity, which leads to no victory. The only reason Casaval is running is because of the junior officers who has the motivation to become a commander. However, the commanders themselves don't promote them for whatever reason. After the junior officers realized that they will never get promoted, they gave up hosting sessions. Then, there was a whole day of inactivity. Then 2 days. Then it turned into 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, almost a month, until the mighty Marauders has declared war on Casaval once again. Activity itself arrived. This was an opportunity, a chance to revive Casaval once again, even if they lost the war. They were planning to do it until Leo, the current leader of Casaval, has unconditionally surrendered to TMM. They threw away the only chance to revive the faction. The reason? No one knows. After they surrendered all their island to TMM, Leo decided to focus its faction to other games, probably because TTS for them and others is boring now. They threw away the reason why Casaval existed. Casaval was made for fun. However, Casaval grew because of competition in TTS. We will be focusing on different games in Roblox like Entrenched, Napoleonic games, Starbase, and others. Games outside Roblox will include a survival game named Unturned. We will also have a War Thunder community, movie nights, card games, and many more. The current goal is 200 members. Let's all work hard and achieve our goals of becoming a major and active faction. Hail Casaval. They also proceeded to make servers for games, especially for Starbase, which never got to start. The 200 member goal is deemed unsuccessful. In January 1, 2023, 1 AM, the Kasaval server is officially gone and disbanded.